Wow, I couldn't have picked an icier spot. Hi, my name is John. I'm here today with Patrick Cadillac, part of the Patrick dealer group in Schaumburg, Illinois. And we have another super exciting car for you today. One of the coolest cars to come out for 2025, and that is the 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ. This is the all-electric, full-size Escalade. We've been waiting a while for this car. It's here. We're super excited about it. Let's talk about it. All right, the new 2025 Escalade IQ. Now, these just hit our lots a couple weeks ago. We got a couple of them in stock. We are super excited about it. These things are amazing. And yes, they are also enormous. These cars have completely new styling inside and out. It's a whole new generation of Escalade. There is also a new gas-powered Escalade that we're gonna be talking about pretty soon. So stay tuned for that video coming up. But as you can see, completely new exterior design. With the IQ, you get this kind of closed off front grille, but they added in all these cool lines, and this whole grille lights up as well. All the way down to the actual headlights down here also with the waterfall design. Really, really cool looking, really futuristic. I like what they did a lot, and they didn't stray too far away with the design from what the gas-powered Escalade looks like. You can definitely tell that this is the electric one, but it's not completely different from what you'd normally expect when you look at an Escalade. This particular car is an Escalade IQ 1000, which means it has 750 horsepower from 2 electric motors and 1,000 Newton meters of torque. Even with all that power, it's definitely quick. I wouldn't call it necessarily fast because of just the size of the vehicle, but it still has just tons and tons and tons of power. It'll take you anywhere you could possibly need to go. This car can tow 8,000 pounds. It can charge 100 miles in just 10 minutes and has a 460 mile range, which is really impressive. You can tell just how many batteries they packed into these cars to be able to go that far. And this one, I've been driving it around for quite a while now. It's at about 70% and it still says it has 330 miles of range left, which is pretty good. So definitely not gonna have to charge it every single day, and if you can charge it at home, imagine the gas savings from a standard gas-powered Escalade. It's just enormous the amount of savings that you're going to have by driving the IQ. These cars are just also loaded up with tech. Wait till you see the inside, it's unbelievable. But these cars can do a bunch of cool stuff like crab walk mode, or as Cadillac likes to call it, arrival mode. Just tech all the way around. This car has standard Super Cruise, so it can drive by itself on the highway. Just a whole bunch of cool stuff. It's got magnetic suspension, so the ride is just super plush all the way around. It is just really, really incredible. You also have 24-inch wheels in these cars, which look awesome, and they're proportional to the size of the car. I don't know if it comes off in the camera, this car is huge. Driving it around, the hood is the height of a normal sedan's roofline. It's that tall. So you're just like a whole nother story. It's like you're driving like a double-decker bus because you're just on another level than every other car on the road. It's really, really impressive. Just makes you feel like an absolute king driving this thing around. And then, of course, one of the big perks of having an electric car is that these cars have a ton of really useful storage solutions. So for the Escalade IQ, obviously no big giant V8 under the hood. So if you just give it 2 clicks on the key fob there, you're gonna see the whole front of the car open up, and you have what Cadillac calls the e-trunk. It's not a frunk, it's an e-trunk, but you can still store a decent amount of stuff in here, a couple of suitcases, no problem. In here you got like the charging cables, a couple of the floor mats in here as well, a couple things like that, and you even have a standard house outlet in the trunk as well. So you can charge stuff up if you're just kind of tailgating or doing things like that, no problem. All right, now let's flip it around so I can show you the back. All right, sliding around to the back of the car, you can see that it is a completely redesigned tailgate as well. You can see that the classic kind of Cadillac tall lights have been kind of bisected into 2 different sections up here. Looks really, really cool. It is a departure from their kind of giant 4-foot-long taillights, but I think it's a really cool modern reinterpretation of that, and it still looks like an Escalade, absolutely. To open up the trunk, you just press on the Cadillac badge in the back. it'll pop open. Sorry, it's a little cold out, so everything's kind of freezing in the car. But you can see you got a good amount of room. Obviously, this is a 3-seat vehicle. We'll talk about that more when we get inside. You can fold down all the seats with a couple buttons on the side there, and then underneath here as well, you have a little storage compartment also for some things. These cars can also raise and lower their ride height, so you can lower the vehicle to make loading things in a little bit easier, stuff like that. But you can imagine you can fit all the suitcases, travel accessories, whatever you want. This car is going to be fantastic for hauling anything you can imagine. All right, but enough of the cold, enough of me sliding around on the ice here. Let's go hop inside. All right, checking out the interior of the Escalade IQ, and you can see just how magnificent and how enormous this vehicle is. I absolutely love what they did with this interior, though. It is just super, super nice. A lot of good attention to detail in here, and just some of the tech features are just absolutely out of this world. A couple of things in here with the seats. You got these super, super comfortable seats. A lot of good bolstering on here, too. But you have this really, really nice blue stitching pattern with these perforations on the inside. These seats are heated, cooled, massaged, everything. And then in the headrest, you can even see it here, there's little speakers in here, which is just super cool. Music really, really sounds good. This particular car doesn't have it, but the upgraded AKG sound system has 40 speakers. That's right, 40. It is just unbelievable. It is like a sound system you would put in a movie theater in this car. And well, let's just hop in. Let's talk about the coolest feature on this car. All right, now the first thing everyone's gonna do when they get in this car is go, oh my God, that screen is insane. And it really is. It is 55 inches wide. It takes up the entire width of the vehicle, and it is just beautiful. It is like you're in something from the future. It is really like you're in a kind of command center cockpit, which is fitting because Cadillac calls their infotainment systems, their kind of lower sections down here, these are called command centers. They want you to feel like an absolute king. They want you to feel like the captain of the Starship Enterprise in this car. But you have all of your kind of standard Cadillac infotainment system here. This car has Google Assistant with Google integration, so all of your maps are all run by Google and everything. Works very, very well. You got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, but a couple of cool things with this screen. So the instrument cluster and the kind of main infotainment system, this is a shared screen, and then your passenger display is going to be a separate screen over there. Down here is going to be for all of your heating and air, so you have all of your 3-zone climate controls. You can control those up at the top there as well. Then you have your front defrosters, things like that, other kind of menus. One cool thing is that the glove box is electronic, so if you want to open it up, you just press a button and it'll pop down like that. Good sized glove box in there. And then other things like the parking assistance, bringing up your cameras, child locks for the rear view mirror, of course adjusting all of your heat and massaging settings for all of those as well. Yeah, just really, really easy to kind of dig around and find what you're looking for. Everything's only just a couple of clicks away, and it makes a lot of sense where they put stuff. You got 2 wireless chargers here. There's one for the passenger up there and one for the driver there. Massive center console like you get in all GM products. For the rear view mirror, it is a camera. If you don't want the camera and you want to see what it looks like in real life, you just flip the little switch down like you would in the old days, and you get your kind of standard view so you can see the kids in the back. Then when you want the camera view again, flip the switch, back to camera mode. All right, now the passenger display. So in order to use the passenger display, someone actually has to be sitting in the passenger seat for it to recognize. It's not for the driver to use as they're driving. It's not even a good angle for them to see what's on the screen. But to get into the system, and don't worry about this discoloration here. I peeled the plastic off and it's 17 degrees out, so it's still a little kind of frozen, but don't worry about that. Turn on the screen and just give it a tap, and as you can see, it's just all about entertainment. So you have YouTube Kids, you got regular YouTube, you got Hulu on here, you got an HDMI, so if you really wanted to, you could hook up like a PlayStation in here and play PlayStation as someone's driving around. The vehicle status, this will give you the breakdown of all, information, data, analytics about the car. And then you even have the web browser, which sadly I can't show you right now because the car has to be actually sold and not in demo mode like it is now. And then once the data plan is purchased in the car, then you'll be able to have full browser availability, be able to go on any site you could possibly imagine and use the web. And then you can also go through other entertainment options like volume if you want to hook in headphones or if you want to control the radio from here as well. Your home button to bring you back to your main menu for choosing what you want, and then your settings menu for turning up the brightness, things like that. And hopping into the second row, you've got these awesome captain's chairs. You can also get a bench here, or you can get the A package where you have kind of a huge center console here with another kind of big storage spot in here and a big kind of command center that pops up like the screen in the front. And then into the third row, you still have absolutely absolutely plenty of room. Of course, these seats can all fold flat. Cadillac did a good job and realized people actually sit back there, so they wanted to give them a lot of luxurious features as well. And of course, one of my favorite things about a lot of these new EV SUVs is the fact that you get this massive pano sunroof on here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm glad I made it through this whole video without slipping and falling. Thank you again so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you need any sales, service, or parts, please make sure to visit Patrick Cadillac. We'll be able to help you in any ways that you need. Number is down below. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the next video.